Boy, do we got some football to talk about this week, but during football season, we always talk about football here. Anyway, want to go over this Eagles game, as always, a little bit before we do the Week 13 review, Week 14 preview, or 14 review, Week 15 preview. And this Eagles game, there wasn't one single thing, and I have a little bit different perspective since I was actually live at the game this weekend as opposed to watching it on TV. I tried studying a little bit more things that, you could pick and choose what you want to follow as opposed to just, going to follow on the television what the director in the truck is calling for the camera angles and stuff. And I watched a lot of things like the secondary, watched how much pressure the line got constantly. I tried to hone in on things like that. And all in all, I gotta say that there's not much overly negative. Dumb penalties, a lot of dumb penalties on both sides of the ball, and I'd feel a lot more confident if my team wasn't relying on the fucking up of another team, like muffing a punt, like committing penalty after penalty after penalty. And then again, the refs were kind of I don't like using that ref card, but I thought it was not an interception at the 5. But what I'm getting at is there wasn't really anything to take away from this game that makes me say, like, you know what, it's kind of false hope. This team is just kind of backing into victories. It's not like what you saw Week 3 against the Jets, where you came out of that game going, the Eagles won, but the Jets handed us the game. The Jets really handed us the game with the immense amount of fuck-ups and penalties they committed. Now, granted, Buffalo committed a lot of penalties in this game, and you could argue that was the deciding factor in the game, but the Bills were still playing very well. They were still moving the ball, and when the defense needed to make stops, they, for the most part, made stops, other than that last touchdown run they gave up on the Bills, where Kiko Alonso is just seeing a guy run at him and just goes, I'm tired of Kiko Alonso, I really am. If there's one negative that I want to take away from this game, aside from Billy Davis and how much I think he's a shit defensive coordinator, Kiko Alonso. I was honing in on him. That was one of the things I was honing in on too. I'm like, let's see if this guy is really as bad as I think he is. Because, every time I tend to see him on camera when I'm watching the game at home, he seems to be fucking up. And his pursuit, his closing speed, his tackling capability, it looks like shit. It does not. This guy does not look like the same guy that played for the Bills 2 years ago, I should say, his rookie season. And that kind of worries me. We traded away LeSean McCoy for a guy that doesn't look like he can close in on anyone that gets in the flat. On anyone that breaks free, any running back that breaks off the line, tries running up the gut, and he just gets olayed left and right. Enough about him. I mean, that's a guy that I think is really not going to be getting much time in the field, especially next year when Jordan Hicks is back. Unless he's injured and he really just needs some sort of off-season injury to heal up. People keep saying that, but I'm like, I don't know, man. He just does not look like he has the skills to pay the bills. I mean, no pun intended, since that's where he came from, the Bills, but he just does not look like a good linebacker. He just doesn't. Bright spots in this game. Nelson Aguilar catching a 50-yard bomb, first touchdown in his career. Glad I was just there to see that live and in person, and glad I was there to see actual long ball attempts. Actual throwing the ball down the field. And I was like, well, this looks like a almost different team. Now, granted, they weren't hitting the long ball a lot, but they were at least trying to keep the defense honest, because a defense like the Bills, you have to keep honest. By the way, sorry if my voice is a little raspy. My voice is still a little bit shot from the game. But, I hear people saying, like, pump the brakes, don't get too excited. Like, I was excited at the game, and those videos I uploaded live from the game, I was really excited. You see a big win like that, you see LeSean McCoy run off like a little bitch at the end of the game into the locker room because he doesn't want to even shake his own former teammates' hands. See him be that fucking bitter about it. I was so excited. I was saying expectations like, you'll probably see us in the playoffs. When I sit back and really think about things, there's about as good a chance the Eagles make the playoffs as they don't. Like, in all honesty. And this week coming up is going to be the one major test. And frankly, it really doesn't even matter what happens per se this week, because that Washington Redskins game, week 16, is worth so much more. You could win the tiebreaker back, and even if the Eagles lose against Arizona and Washington beats the Bills, the Eagles can take first place right back, get the tiebreaker back, get more wins in the division back, and then go on and hopefully take care of business against the Giants in week 17. Anyway, but not to get too much into predictions, because that's for the prediction videos. Very pleased with this team. Very pleased that they held Shady under 100 yards. I thought he was going to be running a bit more motivated football, and in that first half, it looks like I was like, oh god, this is going to be a $150 type of day for him. I think he had like 60-some yards in the first half. I was just like, no, man, he's going to come out even hotter after halftime. Fuck. But the defense shut him down. Fletcher Cox. Sorry that Richie Incognito starved, because he ate your lunch. In fact, that's what you fucking said after the game. Good pickup, Bills. Good pickup. Fletcher Cox had his way with him all day. All day. And that's okay. You don't worry about the holding penalties that weren't called. Fletcher still battled through all that. Got to the quarterback enough. Got to enough disruption. Got to Shady in the backfield. Gave him that double stamp, that push down at the end just to make sure his ass was down. Push his face into the fucking turf. Just a beautiful game. Just a beautiful game. Anyways, I'm going into this week here with Arizona, going from 3 weeks ago saying there is absolutely no fucking way the Eagles are going to stand a chance to win this game. But now they stand a legitimate chance to win this game. Stand a very legitimate chance. Do I think it's better than 50-50? No. No. It's just to a point now where if they won, I wouldn't be completely white-faced, stunned. Like, I know I'm already white, but, like scared like a... Fuck. Anyways. Bad analogy. I honestly see them as having a chance. And it's not getting my hopes up. It's not saying like, oh, Arizona, come on, you don't know what you're going to come into, man. You're going to walk into a buzzsaw. Like, no, Arizona's probably going to win that game. But we'll save that all for the prediction video. Anyway, let's go over our Week 14 review and get into these Week 15 preview picks. Again, I don't have too much to add specifically into the review games this week, because a lot of them I didn't see other than, highlights on ESPN or whatever. Anyways. Minnesota at Arizona. Minnesota coming in the game, getting Adrian Peterson shut the fuck down. Arizona looks a little bit vulnerable coming out of this game. Like, I watched that game because, I want to see what my next opponent here for the Eagles is going to look like, and I was like, they didn't look as world beater as they did the previous few weeks. Now, granted, I'm still very scared of this matchup. I'm not saying that Arizona's a push-up by any means, but I'm like, this looks like a team that has a little bit of vulnerability right now. Because, frankly, I think they're a bit more concerned knocking out Seattle the following week, wrapping up what's probably going to be the game that's going to wrap up the 2 seed so they can get a bye. They have no chance of catching Carolina right now. That's just unreal to think that even if Carolina loses out, Arizona's probably going to catch another loss somewhere down the line. Anyway, I'm just saying Arizona looks a little bit vulnerable out of this game. If Arizona beat the ever-loving piss out of the Vikings, I'd be a little bit more concerned. And frankly, Teddy Bridgewater, who hasn't been able to really throw on anyone, put up a lot of yards on that Arizona defense. A lot of yards, and that's a guy who hasn't exactly been throwing the ball with relative ease, and he was throwing the ball a bit easily on you. That's what I'm saying. There's Eagles fans. There's a little bit of vulnerability in this Arizona Cardinals team right now. A little bit. Add that to our chances. Maybe we pull out a win, but I'm sorry, we're not. But anyways, like I said, prediction video. All right. Falcons fans, come here. Come here. Come here! What was with all you Falcons fans that were bitching and moaning about how soft the Carolina Panthers schedule was. How they've never played like real teams this year. They didn't get anyone to test them. Man. And the Falcons, we're so much better than what our record ended up being last year. 38-0. Am I seeing that right? 38-0? You didn't even put up one fucking point? And you Falcons fans are going to cry all year about how soft the Carolina Panthers schedule is? Well, it turns out the softest part of their schedule is going to be the 2 times they have to face you in these 3 weeks here. Oh my god! Oh my god, what a fucking joke! Like, it is just code red time. How the fuck do you win your first 5 games and then go, what are they, 1-6 now? In the past 7 games? Whoa! Whoa! Rise up! Hashtag crash down. It ain't rise down anymore. It's crash down time. Oh, you Falcons fans can shut the ever-loving fuck up. Man, you were some of the biggest loudmouths that I've seen on message boards and even on my videos talking trash to Falcons fans, to Panther fans. Oh my god. Talk about humbling your division rival, and you gotta play them again. Oh, fuck. Carolina's going 16-0. Let's be real, people. Washington at the Chicago Bears. Can you kick a fucking field goal when it matters, Chicago? Is that asking? When they tied that game, when Chicago tied that game 21-21, they put the highlight up on it, the link, and the crowd went fucking nuts. Tie game, oh my god, the Eagles could take over first place if they win. And then you can't miss, you can't make a kick. You're fucking $3.5 million paid kicker, and you can't. Thanks for nothing, Chicago, but you know what? I don't like relying on other teams to take care of my team's business. Alright? The Eagles have a chance. They have the 2 teams that are in the top of the division with them. They have the Giants and the Redskins. So you know what? Don't worry too much about who the Bills are playing and who the Giants are playing and who the Cowboys. Who cares? It's alright. We have our chance to take care of business. If this Eagles team wants the NFC East, they can go win the NFC East. Don't worry about Chicago trying to beat the Redskins for you, or the Bills trying to beat the Redskins for you, or anyone else. We'll try and take care of business on our own. And you know what? That's the way I like it. But seriously, Chicago, a bunch of good-for-nothing fucks. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Yes, I'm going to recognize the Cincinnati Bengals as an actual team instead of calling them that other team from Ohio that isn't the Browns. Andy Dalton not only got injured and basically crippled Cincinnati's chances of, I mean, is he really going to be back for, well, they're probably going to get a bye, so the second week of playoff football, but just the cataclysmic series of events that led to him breaking his thumb of that little shovel pass directly to an offensive line, a defensive lineman. And I'm just like watching that. I'm like, well, that was pretty fucking stupid. And then he breaks his hand on the play trying to tackle the guy. And God damn, the Bengals just can't catch a break. And they lost the game at 1 o'clock, but, you know. You didn't have your starting quarterback in the game, and now you got, I forget who the backup name is. Anyway, not that it matters. Pittsburgh, all of a sudden, there's one game you didn't want to lose, and all of a sudden looks soft. This was it. This was it. Pittsburgh, never count them out. Just like Seattle, never count them out with the 2 current respective squads they have. I mean, Pittsburgh, you know, no Bell, no problem. They're chugging right along. In fact, they took it to a hard-fought battle in Seattle a couple weeks ago and almost came out with a win there. Anyway, San Francisco at Cleveland. It's weird. This must be a misprint because it's saying Cleveland won this game 24-10, and Johnny Manziel was the quarterback. Are you seriously trying to fuck up this first pick in the draft, Cleveland? Blaine Gabbert, he looks so good against much better teams. Like, what happened? Any given Sunday, that's what happened. Oh, look, there's 2 misprints in a row. It says the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, was that a 5 for Jackson? Indianapolis Colts lost 16-51. That can't be right. 16 to 50. Doesn't even deserve any commentary. You fucking kidding me, Indianapolis? That's a game. I'm going to have to go back and look at the highlights of that game. Because, again, that's one of the games I missed from being at the Eagles game Sunday. Just... San Diego, like... San Diego at Kansas City. Kansas City wins 10-3. I know it was, like, severely inclement weather and rain and stuff, but... 3 points? And then 10 points for, like... Can't beat a team that scored 10 points, San Diego. Like I said, people might not be too impressed with Kansas City's performance, but again, this is a team that is finding a way to win when they had their backs up against the wall like a motherfucker. Started out 1-5. Now they're pretty much all but locked up a wild card spot right now. Like, again, that's a quintessential Andy Reid team there in Kansas City. Quintessential. And they're going to do some damage. Like, I really, really have a bad feeling for anyone who faces them. Because I think they might sneak up and punch a number 1 or 2 right in the fucking mouth when they play them. Tennessee at the New York Jets. Alright, Jets, my gut was wrong. I had a bad feeling for this game. I thought Tennessee was actually going to show up to play. Little did I know that Tennessee, as Coach Dennis Green would say, are who we thought they are. 30-8. Yeah, just... Alright, bad gut feeling in that one. Detroit at St. Louis, 21-14. Yippee. New Orleans at Tampa. Tampa, better luck next year. I guess both teams are technically still alive, but... Drew Brees, I think he moved to... tied with Dan Marino for most touch. Who cares? Seattle at Baltimore. Yikes. 35-6. Yikes. I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to that Seattle-Arizona Cardinals game. Because that is going to speak volumes about, like, even if Arizona gets in with that number 2 seed, if Seattle wins this second game against the Cardinals, Seattle's going to be going to the playoffs with a lot more confidence than Arizona will. I guarantee you that. And that's another thing about the Eagles making the playoffs. Like, if the Eagles win the NFC East, they're probably going to have to face a team like Seattle in the first round. Think about that. You saw what Tyrod Taylor did to this team? Tyrod Taylor was scrambling all day. He busted out at 3rd and 16, got a first down. I don't want to face a real good running quarterback. Anyways. Oakland at Denver. Here we go. It's time to bring the bitch back in. Osweiler lost. We got to bring the bitch back in. Because he's all of a sudden going to be a great quarterback. Oh, boy, the bitch is back. The bitch is back. Oh, he's going to be a magical quarterback again. Oh. When Des Bryant got hurt earlier this year, did he hurt his hands? Because I could have sworn it was like his foot that was injured. In this past offseason, Des was holding out to be re-upped for a big contract. He got paid. He got his money. Is don't you think that's like kind of enough to think that, he should be motivated to catch the fucking football? That was the single worst performance I've seen from a wide receiver who is quote unquote one of the elites in the league. For a man that held out in training camp, got paid, and showed up with a performance like that is fucking hilarious. Oh, good on you, Green Bay. Oh, good on you. 28-7. Put to bed the ounce of hope that the Cowboys had of getting out of the basement. They got on like the first stair to get up out of the basement. Then Aaron Rodgers went, get the fuck back down there. Get the fuck back down there. Dez Bryant. Boy, he gets all hyped up on the sideline yelling in people's faces. Why are people yelling in Dez's face? Be like, yo, can you catch a football? Jerry's paying you out the ass. Can you catch a football? Drop passes, batted passes into the defender's arms. Interception. Oh, what a shit end to the Cowboys season. We don't have Tony. There's a lot of other teams that don't have Tony. And they have more than 4 wins. God. Fuck you, Dallas. And New England, as I said, everything will be fine. The Bengals lost. You had the back-to-back loss against, the Broncos and the Eagles. Oh, my God, it's time to... And it's not time to panic. Like I said, this team will probably be in the Super Bowl. And they better hope Kansas City gets knocked out before they face them. Just saying. Just saying. But New England, 27-6. A little boggled as to why Tom Brady was into the end of this game, because the defense in New England was holding down like a mofo. Oh, sorry, I almost went to the next week without talking about the last game, Monday game. But anyways, New England's still chugging along. Those 2 losses just are completely erased. They're back in that number 2 seed. No problem. No problem. Don't worry, New England. You can don't worry. You can still go back to Foxborough and leave by the 3rd quarter, even if your team's down by 10 points or up by 10. Don't worry. There's still, you can still go to the games. Anyway, Monday Night Football, Dolphins at Giants. Giants took a 4th quarter lead and ended up with the win. Again, thank you for being the good-for-nothing Miami Dolphins. But if the Eagles want this division, then they can take it from the Redskins. They can take it from Washington. They have their opportunities to do it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, God damn it, Miami, man, come on, man, we need you to help us out. I mean, you're still good for nothing. But it's okay. If the Eagles want the division, they can take it for themselves. We have our chance. On to Week 15 predictions. Tampa at St. Louis, Thursday football. Who cares? Tampa will win. Saturday football. Jets at the Dallas Cowboys. Jets, come here. Come here. Come here. I don't give a shit what you do. It don't fucking matter now. Go ahead, fucking lose to the Cowboys. I don't care. Who gives a shit? Fucking give them a pity win and fuck up their draft pick even more. Jets. Okay, I'm predicting the Cowboys to win. I'm predicting the Cowboys to win. Fuck them anyway. Kansas City at Baltimore. Boy, Kansas City's going to have real shit momentum going into the playoffs. Kansas City's going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game. Houston at Indianapolis. Is there anyone in their rightful mind? I mean, I know the Texans only scored 6 points against the Patriots last week, but what's more pathetic, giving up 51 to the Jags or only scoring 6 against the Patriots? Houston will win this game. I don't care if it's in Indianapolis. Atlanta at Jacksonville. Oh my God, Jacksonville is playing for a playoff spot in the AFC South. And they may get it. Because they got this soft as tissue paper Atlanta Falcons team that got all sorts of busted the fuck up by Cam and the boys. Oh shit, I am so rooting for Jacksonville in this game. Oh my god, go get you some playoffs, Jacksonville. Go get you some playoffs. Get a seat at the table. Anyways, I honestly think Jacksonville's going to win this game. Even if there's a little fanboyism of me just wanting to root for them for 1 week, I think Jacksonville's going to win this game. Chicago at Minnesota. Minnesota will win this game when Chicago misses 10 field goals. Oh, and by the way, Caleb Sturgis, 3 for 3 in field goals for the Eagles. Good on you, son. I'm sorry, I should have thrown you in at the beginning of the video, man. He's the unsung hero lately. He's got a lot of heat for missing extra points and less than extra point length field goals, specifically in that Miami game and earlier on in the season. But you know what? He kicked a 50-plus yarder in Dallas that ended up being the field goal that helped get to overtime and then win against Dallas in overtime. And he's 3 for 3 last week. Difference in the Bills game, too. So props to you, Caleb Sturgis. Thank you, Miami. Anyway, Chicago at Minnesota. Minnesota's going to win because Chicago, again, is going to fail to... They might not get a single field goal. They might not get an extra point in this game. Tennessee at New England. New England, like I said, you'll be fine. You'll go into the playoffs with at least that 2 seed, possibly even the number 1. You're fine. You're going to win this game by a boatload. My gut was dead wrong about the Jets last week. But I've had a bad feeling for the Carolina Panthers before, and it was during 2 weeks ago against the Saints. And that bad feeling was confirmed. It was a sloppy game. The defense gave up a lot of points to Drew Brees. But here's the thing. I look at this, and I'm like, the Giants at Carolina, and I'm just like... Carolina at the Giants, and I'm just like, I've seen this Giants team before. This is a little G-men that could Giants team. And if you underestimate them, they come up and they spoil the entire fucking thing. Now, the Giants were in this same position in... When was the Patriots' undefeated season? Oh, minus 1 game in the Super Bowl. The Giants were in the same... Was it 2009? Yeah. When the Patriots were running their undefeated season, the Giants faced them. It was like week 14 or 15, and Patriots cleaned the floor with them. And it's the same exact deal here. They're facing the one undefeated team in the league with a hot hand going to the playoffs, and Patriots were running through everyone that year. It was post-Spygate and everything like that. First year post-Spygate. And here they are. The Giants are in that same position. Now, granted, the Giants got their vengeance because they ended up beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Sorry to remind you of that, Patriots fans, but I just have a bad feeling that the same scenario isn't going to play out here. Well, obviously, because the Giants can't play the Panthers in the Super Bowl. But Giants are going to... They're that team that plays spoiler. Like, they spoiled the entire undefeated run for the Patriots, and I have a gut feeling they're going to spoil it for the Panthers as well. And, another reason I'm kind of rooting for that is I want everything on the line, that Week 17 game for the Eagles, because frankly, if the Eagles are going to stand a shot of doing anything in the playoffs, it's going to be playing with their ass on the line every single game. And I don't want it to get down that Week 17 have that Giants game mean nothing, so I'm kind of rooting for the Giants to win this game as well. Again, I'm not a fan of other teams taking care of my team's business. I just don't have a good feeling about this game, on top of me just wanting the Giants to win. Because again, this little G-Men that could team, they know how to play spoiler. I'm picking the Giants to win. Buffalo at Washington. Now, I'm rooting for Buffalo to win this game, but it's not so much that I want them to take care of the business for Washington and all. It's that if they do win, and I'm rooting mainly for Shady McCoy, I'm rooting for Lesean to run his ass off in this game and be the one sole difference. Because if Lesean does well in this game and the Bills beat the Redskins, he'll have to live with the fact that he went into the link last week, lost to the Eagles, helped them get a spot towards the playoffs, and then beat the other team that is in first place in the division, kill their tiebreak, and help the Eagles get into the playoffs. I will laugh my ass off. I am so rooting for the Bills and LeSean McCoy this week. I'm so rooting for them. That and I think the Bills are just going to flat out win. But I'm going to giggle my fucking ass off if Shady runs his ass off and helps the Eagles to get into the playoffs. Moving on. Green Bay at Oakland. I think Green Bay's finding their way. Fluky run in the middle. Strong start. Fluky middle. I think they're going to finish strong going into the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is just too damn good to just walk in sideways into the playoffs, not straight up running in. Oh my God. Cleveland at Seattle. You won last week, Cleveland, so there's no need to win again, and you're just be happy you're getting the number 1 draft pick. It's yours. Just thinking of winning right now shouldn't even be an option. And where did my thing go? Damn it, Beavis! Sorry about that. The shitty Wi-Fi access up here cut out and lost my screen thing. Anyway, where was I? Cleveland at Seattle. Anyways, Cleveland, don't worry about winning. Seattle is going to win this game by at least 20 points. Denver at Pittsburgh. Holy shit. I am looking forward to this game. And frankly, I don't want... we all know how I feel about the bitch. Pittsburgh is going to win this game. Pittsburgh, that's another team I hate underestimating because they always just fucking win. Pittsburgh's winning. Miami at San Diego in the Who Gives a Shit classic matchup of the week. San Diego, just to fuck up their draft pick. They'll win. No wonder. I think this was the game that got flexed out. Was it Cincinnati at San Francisco? I forget. No. Anyway, Cincinnati at San Francisco. I'm trying to think what the game was that got flexed out in favor of the Eagles, but I thought it was Cincinnati at San Francisco. But anyway, Cincinnati at San Francisco. Gabbert looked like complete shit last week, so let's go with Cincinnati. Keep hope alive for the state of Ohio. Whatever. Detroit and New Orleans finishing up the week on Monday Night Football. Who the hell is favored in this game? New Orleans by 3. Jeez. 50.5 is the over-under. I don't know. Detroit. Anyways, I'm tapped out of football speech this week. Come out a little bit later on this week with that Eagles preview video. And again, they have a chance. Right now, I'll take it. I'll take a chance. Enjoy your football, and as always, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Just not in the basement, because it's way too cold to have sex down there. Have a good day, guys.